initially is something that you never ever think about. And DJ Sue has really broken that mold and taught us that it can happen. So tonight I'm so excited to have her in studio. We are going Facebook Live, so you want to join us via Facebook Live, you can. This is a show where we give you a voice. You may call us in studio on 089-310-8789. The WhatsApp lines are open on 071-613-7803. Thank you so much to Sureshan for the news, keeping us up to date and informed, and of course Auntie Vijay for a wonderful show. She'll be back with you next week, Tuesday. So of course, our favorite DJ is in the house tonight, and I've been getting messages, let me tell you, Sue, before you come on air, on all social media platforms, right? Everyone's like, oh yay, she rocks the dance lab every single Saturday night, 9 to 12, she's there, she makes us dance. Everybody's sending a message saying they can't wait to the show. On behalf of the Walk the Talk team, we'd like to welcome you to Walk the Talk tonight. Welcome tonight, and thank you so much for being in the hot seat.
Firstly, good evening, and thank you so much for having me on the show. It's an absolute pleasure. And, well, all I can say is I am definitely going to be enjoying myself. I know that for sure.
What does it feel like to be on the other side?
I am actually nervous being on the other side,
Yeah.
which is weird. But at the same time, it is exciting as well to be given this time on your show. So it's mixed feelings, I would say, but I'm more nervous than anything else being on the other side of the mic, being
Well, this is
interviewed.
home turf, right? So,
Yes.
So let's score big tonight, because I think everyone's interested in understanding where did this all start. And I know I've heard bits and pieces when we were like in between studio and kind of like doing shows, and you would tell me your story, and I would just be fascinated on how your journey started, right? So let's start at the very beginning. How did you get into DJing?
Well, very simple. My dad owned a mobile disco. So being the tomboyish kind of person that I am, I would accompany him. And all these buttons and lights and things on the equipment really
That's all you're supposed to do.
That was all I was supposed to do.
Right.
And the man goes to bring the van, and when he comes there, things are banging again, and he's like, what is going on? And he comes in, and there I am playing. And that's when I started finding my way through DJing, and I'm like, no, you know what? This is what I really like. This is what I want to do. And I was 11 at the time I started doing this. And ever since then, I've taken off, self-taught. It's been
11 years old, Sue.
Yeah, that's correct, 11 years.
That's just amazing for me. When you're at that box, right, and we're gonna have a live premix. I know you're gonna do your magic just now, but when you're at that box, what is the feeling you get? Because I know when people have that adrenaline rush when they do something that they love, that they're passionate about. Whether we had a captain, a female pilot come, and she says, when I'm flying that plane. So when you at that DJ box, what is going through your mind?
Well, it's same. The adrenaline rush, I don't know. It's just a feeling that I cannot explain. That's my happy spot. That is where I just let loose and have fun. For me, that is just the one thing that keeps me going, actually.
Does it help you express what you're feeling? Do you speak through music? Is it just about the songs? What is it about DJing to you that kind of goes, this is it, like this is where I want to be, this is the story I want to tell, this is what I want people to hear? What is it about music?
Well, for me it is the feel when I am out DJing at a club or at a private event, if it is. For me, it's basically the music that sets the tone. One specific song, or well, it depends on the event, but one song in itself can change and set the entire mood for a lot of people in the room. So for me, it's...
I agree with you, eh?
Yeah.
Like,
so
I feel when I hear a show and then it's a bummer song, I'm like, ugh. Like,
yeah.
Your whole mood goes off.
That's correct.
So it really depends on the DJ.
Yeah, it does. And well, like I said, one song, just one song, can change the moods of so many people. Well, literally everyone in the room, I would say. So it's a great feeling knowing that, you know what, you're making someone feel better today, or you're going to get them to feel the way you are through music.
Now, this educator by day, right? That I get, right?
Yes.
The girly, this beautiful long hair, but still the tomboy. So,
Yep.
so like, you're like a walking contradiction for most people, right?
That's
You've
true.
got this beautiful long hair, you've got this tomboyish look, you're an educator, which is, and like people are, oh, you're a teacher. Yeah, but I'm also a DJ, okay? So, how does the educator part fit into it? Where does that kind of fit into your passion in life?
Well, see, the first thing is I was really undecided as to what I would want to study once I finished school. But the thing is, I've had this passion for kids as well, and helping them doing, you know, what I do best is I also found, like, when I was in school, I would learn better by teaching someone else or teaching my friends something.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is what I should get into because for one, I like kids and I have no problem speaking as well. Because I mean, with teaching, that comes that's the main thing. So from there, I sort of decided, you know what? This is what I want to do. And in my very first year with teaching prac, I absolutely enjoyed every bit of my first day. That's when I was like, nope, this is definitely what I want to do. I honestly thought I was going to change my mind at some point, but I don't know. It's just
your life is like your own premix, right?
Yeah.
You just put in whatever you want to hear, whatever
That's
goes
correct,
good and
yeah.
sounds good to you, and I think that's great. How do your students and parents respond? Yeah, and I think that's interesting when they hear, listen, my kid's teacher is a DJ.
Yeah, well, the kids are really fascinated by it. I remember when I went in on the second day at my job because I've been employed this year. So when I got in there, the kids saw my car at first, and then I went up and they were like, ma'am, so you're a DJ? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm not. And come the second week, they're like, but ma'am, why did you lie? We've seen your car, we've searched you on social media, and we know that you are a DJ. So they really are interested more so because, like you said, I'm a female DJ.
Yeah.
The boys are like, how, but ma'am, I didn't know a girl could be a DJ. And I'm like, well, you know what? Anyone can be anything you want to. It all boils down to you and what you're willing to put in to get out of it at the end of the day. And the girls as well, they are really fascinated and they have all been requesting lessons, DJing lessons. So I'm like, you know what? We'll see at the end of the year.
You know what I think, DJ Sue, is the fact that you kind of break that mold for everyone to say, listen, when you see women on the moon, when you see women DJing, when you see women in positions where they weren't previously an industry for them, and you're like, wow. Yeah. This is some place that I can actually be a part of. Wow, my teacher's a DJ. I can actually be a teacher and this. So you're giving them that kind of... Everyone has to have a side hustle, right? We're hearing about entrepreneurs talk about it all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So the fact that you can say, listen, this is what I can do. And I think particularly bringing it back to home here at Lotus FM, previously an Indian woman who's a DJ, you're breaking molds. And I think Lotus FM... For many people, they're like, oh, Lotus FM this, Lotus FM that. But let me tell you, Lotus FM has broken the mold because they've got a female DJ who is just absolutely doing amazing things. They've got females sitting in primetime talk shows.
Yes.
And you don't get that at other stations. So we're breaking the mold of this Indian traditional mentality and really South Africanizing what we're doing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel that you're not only breaking molds, you're setting an example for people to say, listen, I can get good grades, I can get a profession, but I can also indulge in what I like.
Yeah, that is correct. There has to be that balance. I've learned over the years with campus, things were much, much more harder than when you was in school. But it's all about the balance that you bring into your life. And it works out perfectly fine for me. So I think it all just boils down to you, your willpower, and how you're willing to handle things at the end of the day.
Where does your music inspiration come from? What do you listen to? Like, what kind of inspires you to go, like, oh, I love this song, this is what I'm going to play? Are you a Bollywood oldie? Do you listen to a lot of... What do you listen to that kind of gives you, like, this is my inspiration, that's what I'm going to play?
To be honest with you, I don't have a specific favorite. Even when it comes to a genre, I am an open format DJ. So I will play anything and everything depending on the type of event I'm hired for. And with regard to what I like listening to, this is probably going to be
I think that's interesting. You know why? Because, like, for example, if you get someone who does eyebrows, you know they're going to stare at your eyebrows.
Yeah.
You're scared to play music in front of a DJ because, like, oh, you've got horrible taste in music.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I absolutely love old school music. Give me 80s, 90s. That's the best. That is the best to listen to. I would choose that over anything, any day.
Why? Is it because, you know, you get the old people who say, and I'm going to say it, who say, listen, you can't hear the lyrics, you don't know what's on, there's too much of noise. What is it about the 80s and 90s? Is it soulful?
It is very soulful. It has lots of meaning to it as well. Not like, well, there's lots of songs these days. Some of the words you're trying to put together, like, okay, what does this mean? What is it supposed to mean? There's no meaning behind it.
Well, there's one word in the whole song.
Exactly, one word in the entire song, and you're waiting for more. And okay, it's gonna come anytime now.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming. Okay, no, I just lost the hope. I don't know what's it about. So I think old school music has much more meaning than songs these days.
Well, I'm just fascinated by this discussion. You've always fascinated me. Just the whole kind of oxymoron of you as a person is just really amazing. And I think they always say, you start at home, and we have stars literally in our backyard. So today's all about showcasing our very own DJ Sue here on Lotus FM. We're going to take a really quick break, and then we're going to look at your WhatsApps and your calls that are coming through. So don't go anywhere. This is me, Neelofar Sayed, on Walk the Talk with DJ Sue.
And stand a chance to win a share of 100,000 cash by entering the LotusFM Song Competition 2020. Spicing it up by increasing your chance of winning the LotusFM wildcard entry draws. To enter, simply dial *120*33192# and follow the prompts to vote for the song that you believe should be number one. Visit www.lotusfm.co.za for the list of songs. Entries open on the 20th of November and closes on the 29th of December 2020. Each entry is charged at 150 per minute, 3 minutes. Do not apply. Maximum of 10 entries per day per song. T's and C's apply.
Share the experience.
Thank you, Neelofar Sayed, for an awesome show. Always really, really show. Hi, DJ Sue. Thanks a million for an awesome show.
Emphasis onto your face. Combat COVID-19 with Newsbreak.
Let's talk about this awesome dumb shit now.
Your experience on the Night Cafe radio show, 8 to 12 p.m.
Coming up tonight on the Night Cafe Radio Show, community checkup with Satya, the Vedic astrologer. The meaning of life according to Satya, the Vedic astrologer. We'll be discussing why ancient teachings are so important and how it can be used to help our youngsters in the modern world. Tune in tonight.
Lotus FM. You're rocking with DJ Sue.
We're rocking in the house tonight with DJ Sue. It is Walk the Talk on Lotus FM with me, Neelofar Sayed, and I'm joined by DJ Sue. In the break we were just discussing something that was particularly funny. So, Sue, when did you start here at Lotus FM?
It's been 3 years.
Right. So my first show was December last year, before I took over Walk the Talk in April. And I remember the very first time I started my shows, I would keep getting messages for people who didn't know who I was, because obviously I was coming in new and my first show was Bollywood Billboard. And I kept getting messages saying, "Hi Sue, hi Sue, well done Sue." Does that happen to you?
It does. It's happened to me a few times where I was sitting in and I got like, "Hey Neelofar," and I'm like, "Hi, it's Sue."
It's quite funny because when I hear my voice, I think my voice is distinct, so people would know the difference.
I actually think the same. I remember the first time when I met you and we had this conversation, and I was like, "Okay, so I thought I had a different voice." You're like, "Yeah, I thought so too," but now here we
shame
are.
for us. No, we think we're different and special. Now, Sue, I think a lot of people, and there's a lot of messages coming in. When you see a DJ, you hear about a DJ, they're hardcore.
Yep.
They're hardcore people, they're like gothic stuff and rock metal and this and, all of these things. And they're kind of intimidating and scary looking.
That's true.
From my encounters of you're one of the kindest, most easiest people, always willing to help. How?
I don't know. I think that's just by nature. That comes naturally. I've always been this person. And even after climbing up that ladder and getting to where I am, and I'm still learning a lot. So, I don't know. That's one thing that will never just change, I guess. I'm always going to be that way. I love helping people. In whatever way I can, I would go ahead and do so.
That's very interesting because I remember, and I have to share this with listeners, just to kind of give them insight into your personality. And that's what's really interesting is, I think for the first time ever when I did, I think it was us coming for Zakia.
Yeah.
It was local vocal,
yes.
Right? And I had to do the 6 to 9 shift. And it's kind of terrifying when you're in here for the first time. And I was still learning the board. I was really scared. And Sue kind of just, for the listeners in South Africa that's listening, kind of said, "Okay, wait." And she just came and she sat in and she kept me company and she talked me through the whole show till 9 p.m., which she really didn't have to do. But that's the kind of person we're dealing with. So she's a DJ, she's an educator, but there's the very human side. Where does that come from?
I honestly cannot explain. I don't know where it comes from. It's just in me, and that's
Why do you feel the need to help people?
I don't know. Like I said, I am willing to help, but I'm the person that will help you and not expect anything in return. So I don't know. I guess it's just the way I've been brought up, and well, I still, my granny still lives with us, so I think it's from her that I get this. She's always been this helpful person, and she's always telling us, it's good to help and never to expect anything in return. So it's all of that that has sort of grown with me over time.
Now, your inspiration growing up, who is it? What is it being? What kind of, because a lot of people say, this is my role model, this is my inspiration, and other people go, no, I just follow my own path.
Well, with me, I would say it is my granny. She has grown me up. I think, well, I've been with her since I was 6 weeks old because my mom had to go to work when I was just 6 weeks old. So ever since I've been with my granny, and she's the one person that is my inspiration.
I love that, Sue, and I think it's very interesting because lots of people are asking, oh, you teach, and which school do you teach? Because now people are getting interested into who DJ Sue is. So I'm going to turn to a few of the WhatsApps that have come in, and I think it's really interesting because people are just so anxious. I think they hear us every day, but when they see the personal side, it's very interesting. So there's one that comes in, it's from Bridget. It says, hi to you, Neelofar. Today you bring to us South Africa's very own saffron spicing, adding flavor to our lives. To young DJ Sue, South Africa, taking South Africa by storm. Saturday night, you're a very talented musician with music and arts. And this is from Vijay in PMB. And I know, Sue, you have this way. You don't necessarily want to hear something about yourself, right?
Yes.
You don't necessarily want to hear the stuff. But this is tonight to showcase, and people are interested. So, to the Walk the Talk team, to the dear loved ones, also to the guest, otherwise known as DJ Sue, Queen of Dance Lab, Salam Namaste. Lucky to have you on air because it is my birthday today, Tuesday the 15th of December 2020. Every Saturday evening, wait from 9 until midnight to your playlist of songs, as well as otherwise known as Company on Air. Keep the LotusFM flag flying high out on LotusFM and Lotus Land. Thank you very much. This is from Ricky Naidu, Night Owl, flying high out on Lotus Land in Phoenix of Foxcroft Place, Longcroft in South Africa. So happy birthday to Ricky. And I know he always listens to your show.
Yes, he does. Ricky Naidu is tuned in 24/7. So happy birthday to you, Ricky Naidu.
So Rambam Woodley sends in a message and she says, yeah, the one and only DJ Sue, love her. Thanks, Neelofar. Lots of people just wanting to know the story behind the girl who plays this incredible mixes on air. Hi, Neelofar, to you and your magical guest, DJ Sue. I say magical because this girl has talent. I listen to her show every night and I think she should have her own night lab called Club Surat.
Oh, wow. That's a great
From
idea.
RP Woodley, Phoenix. Thank you. What do you think about Club Surat and this idea?
That actually is a great idea.
Yeah, so maybe you'd have to give up your day job. I don't know about that. Okay, so I asked you if you can do this, but I'm going to read this message anyway because we're going to put you on the spot. Neelofar, if you think this is a reasonable request, please ask DJ Sue to do a rap kind of song, just a few seconds in honor of all of us Lotus Landers who love and follow her from Zakira and Gauteng.
If I knew how to rap, I definitely would have, but the thing is, I don't. I
I have a COVID test. I wish I had a lie detector.
No, I'm being absolutely honest with you. I do not know how to rap at all.
Okay. All right.
Be it rapping as in song or rapping lunch, I don't know either.
Well, let it go this time. Okay. It's our beautiful presenter, Walk the Talk, and Didi DJ Sue. First time locked in, we heard that our one and only DJ Sue will be in tonight's show, and we went bonkers. Thank you for rocking music selections on Saturday night, bringing club vibes to my bedroom. By the way, thanks to our ex-teacher, Jake's now in Busan, Korea, who loved DJ Sue and Dance Lab. He never missed a show. Now we're addicted to it as well. Thank you, DJ Sue. Lots of love from Shakun Maharaj of Linden, Gauteng. These are your regulars, right?
Yes,
and I do know that. So we have to play a tribute to them as well. But before I get to more WhatsApps, I think, and before I ask you any more questions, Mike, you want to turn your Facebook Live to what what we do have in front of us, and we're going to be playing your live.
Yes, I will be
Yes,
doing
I know.
a live set.
Now, tell me, okay, for people, you're gonna look at me funny because, what is a live set? What is this thing called? How does it operate? How does it work? Talk to us about it.
Okay, so a live set is basically me. Well, if you are watching on Facebook Live, what Michael is zooming in on there is my controller.
Okay.
And that works off your software. So this is more for traveling purposes. If you go out to nightclubs and things, there are CD players there for you to play.
Relax.
But with this, I find it much more convenient for me with my stuff loaded and everything in order. So you don't go there and, trying to get things sorted out and stressing before you can even have fun. So what I do is, I'm going to do my thing there very shortly. So live, that's going to be live. I'm going to be selecting tracks from there and playing it. You're going to be watching in real time.
So now how does it work? Like what do you do?
Well, those two
So
big...
you will select music and then...
I will select music and I have to match the beats and put them together.
You make it sound easy, but I'm sure it's a whole lot more than that, right?
It is.
Okay, so I want to ask you, when you go to these... Initially when you started probably, because now you've made a name for yourself. But previously, when you would go to clubs and they'd hear this female DJ, did people think you were a joke? And I'm asking sincerely because you're young. You're only 23 years old.
Yes.
Very young. You're a female, and you're a very petite character. You come with this, this whole personality of being DJ Sue. How do people kind of respond to you?
When I first started off and taking gigs at nightclubs, people would give you the weird look, especially when you introduce and they're like, oh, a girl in the DJ box. Okay, let's see how this is going to go. We don't know. We're not sure.
So they judge you or judge you.
Yeah, they do. And then when I'm walking out, it's the very same people like, hi, you're great up there. Can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, yes, you may still get a picture with you because now you know what I can do.
yeah. So you people are judgy just because of this is a prototype that they didn't understand before.
Yes, that's the thing. I mean, I don't blame people as well because like I said, and like you've also mentioned, it is a male-dominated industry.
Yeah.
So lots of people have this thing where, okay, DJ, no, it has to be a guy. It has to be a guy.
Always.
So, yeah, I guess it was just, you can't really blame anyone because, well, you never know.
Do you want to get to a space where, and I think for women especially, where it's not about being a male or female, but it's just about being good? Like, do you want to rather be recognized as just a DJ? Or do you feel that it's important that women get recognized as female DJs because it's something that they didn't do before?
Yeah, I would prefer being recognized as a female DJ because that is absolutely rare to get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would prefer that.
Really?
Yes.
And before you play our premix, and I know we don't get kind of opinions of our DJs, and I think it is very important. 16 days of activism have passed us, right?
Yes.
I know that you play at nightclubs, you on the dance scene, you in a lot of spaces where you see a lot of women and you encounter a lot of women. What is your message, and I think to women of South Africa, for the 16 days of activism? How do you feel about it?
Well, my message to women would be, no matter what your circumstance is, you've just got to take it by day. Women are strong. We know that. We all know that. Yeah. So the thing is, when it comes to, drive and things like that, you just got to get out there and do your thing. Make it happen for yourself. As a woman, a guy, I don't know, it's still a thing where a male would not want to help a female get up there, help her up the ladder. Instead, he would want to, surpass and go like, okay, no, I made it. You're a lady. You stay there. You've got to work your way on your own. So as a woman, it all boils down to doing it for yourself, making it big for yourself. That's what it is about.
I love that, Sue, and I think that's advice that can be taken by absolutely anyone. It says, hi, great show, Neelofar. Where can one learn and be schooled on how to DJ and mix? Is there an institution?
There are many, but like I said, I've learned on my own, which I think is a good thing to do because you learn a lot. When you're on your own, you actually learn a lot.
How so?
Well, you're out there figuring things and like, okay, I press this button now, it's not going to work. So when you go to a school, they tell you, okay, you do this, this, and this. And you only do what they tell you. You are not figuring things out for yourself and being like, okay, so if I do this, what's going to happen? Because you must remember when you go to an institute, it's their own equipment. You're not allowed to go and do your own thing as such. So what they say is what you do. When you're learning on your own, you can go out there and do whatever you want. That's where creativity...
Yeah, but doesn't it take guts, right? You have to have a lot banking on yourself because I know when you're sitting, and that's nothing compared to that, right? I know when I have to fill in for shows, and I'm sitting in front of that board, and I will remember my first show ever. I was terrified the night before, I was just scared because you push the wrong button, you're on live radio, you can't meme out anything, you've made a massive mistake. And you go, oops, people are not forgiving. Yeah, right? People are just horrible. Yeah. So how do you have that guts in you? What drives you? So as you go, listen, I can get out there, I can stand in front of all these people, I can play my music, I'm 23 years old and I really don't care.
That's the thing, like I said about when it comes to teaching yourself. When you are doing this in your own space and you're learning, you know what not to do and what to do. So when you do go out there and you are playing for a crowd, I don't know, it just comes natural. Like, you know what, I did this, I got it. I'm going to show you what I learned. I have to show you what I learned. Whether you want to see it or not, I'm showing you.
And I'm sure because you've got something to prove now, you know,
Yes.
consistently, because you've got to keep up this image for women everywhere.
Yes.
They keep looking up to you. They listen. It's a huge kind of pressure, but also a badge that you wear proudly.
Yeah, and I actually love it, especially when the younger girls, more so my students, look up to me and, you know, they're curious about how does it work and what do they have to do. I love sharing advice with anyone for that matter. If you come to me and you ask me something, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Whether I know you or not, I'm just going to help you.
I love that. I love that, Sue, and I've seen that personally. So we're inundated with the WhatsApps at the moment, and I really think before I get to them, look, Sue, look, if you can see for yourself,
yes,
there's a lot of WhatsApps that are coming in for you tonight. So I think I'll be fair. I'll give people a chance to send in all their WhatsApps, and there's lots of people saying, listen, please call us, and we will do so. But let's get to the live mix, right? The proof is in the pudding.
Yes,
right?
that's true.
And to be absolutely honest, because of COVID restrictions and everything that's gone on, I've never seen you play live.
Oh, well,
This is going to be my first time watching you play live. I'm going to imagine that I'm going to just like squinch my eyes at Wayne and dance club because we're going to dim the lights a little bit and we're going to have this amazing experience. I thought that it's the festive season. We've had entertainers across the country, elite entertainers. We've had comedians, we've had actors, we've had the best in our country, and we have our very own, the female DJ here, our favorite DJ in the house, in studio. So here's your entertainment for the festive season.
Yeah, what a great start it's going to be, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So I can't wait. You're going to go for a really quick break. And please don't go anywhere because DJ Sue's in the house and she's going to be playing live on Walk the Talk tonight.
Siddiqui on Life and Style. The time is now. Important measures you can take to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Increase the washing of hands. Don't touch your face. No handshakes or hugs. Cover up coughs and sneezes. Social distancing is encouraged. Remember the hotline numbers 0800 02 9999 or WhatsApp 0600 123455.
LotusFM. Get his hand bubbles, meaning the DSTV Premiership is about to get heated. Our Fanabas Tender will be looking to create an upset with league champions Mamelodi Sundowns. But the three wise men from Mamelodi will not let that happen. This will be a game filled with drama, world-class commentary, goals, and unrivaled passion. Catch Golden Arrows take on Mamelodi Sundowns at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday the 19th of December. Live on SABC 1 and SABC radio stations in your language of choice. Hashtag We Love It Here. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
For the love of the game. You're rocking with DJ Sue.
I feel like I'm in the dance lab and it's Saturday night, 9 to 12 p.m. as if we're in the club, but we're here in studio live at the SABC in Durban on 87.7. It's me, Neelofar Sayed, and on Walk the Talk Tuesday showcase tonight, I'm absolutely excited to have our very own DJ Sue in studio with us, and she's going to be playing live. Mike, if you can turn the camera that way, you'll be able to see DJ Sue playing live her hot mix in studio here on Walk the Talk tonight on Tuesday showcase. So don't go anywhere, keep it locked on. Let's have a listen.
चली देखो प्यार की गली उसे रोके ना कोई वो चली ना मेरी चाह देखो जाना ना वहाँ कोई प्यार का लुटेरा लूटे ना मेरी चाह She's found the love and sleep. Now her room and all is sweet. Family, what you leave, leaving all her tears behind. Only love's on the mind. Family.
You're in the mix with DJ Sue.
Oh, she tried but she can hide all her joy wrapped up inside. She can wait to reveal and tell you how she feels. Well, this time it feels so right. There'll be no surprise. Good times are here to stay. Love the charm of every day. What you leave. She's found the love that's sweet. Now her phone and heart is sweet. Family, what you leave, leaving all the keys behind. Only love on the mind. Family.
Yeah, man, reggae night.
You're rocking with DJ Sue.
Bring down them scatter.
favorite all-time songs. I know exactly what you mean when you say you're an old school lover. You're rocking the house tonight. It's not Dance Lab, but it's Walk the Talk.
Yes, it is
And
Walk the
you're
Talk.
doing some fantastic music tonight. I've got so many messages coming in, Sue. Just loving the music. But before we go to any break or anything else, I don't think we can because we've got so many messages to go through. So I'm not going to take that break, Mike. But what I am going to do is I think I've got a live caller on the line. We've got Louis Pillay who wants to please speak to us. That's his appeal tonight. So good evening and welcome to the show, Louis.
And I think Dion Chetty pushed her forward there. I think she was a little girl, maybe 15 or something, but she has proved to the crowd what she can do. I want to thank her for it. I think it's excellent to see a young girl growing so well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
You know, Sue, you don't do well with compliments. I can just see it on your face, and I understand that because I have the same kind of issue. Like hear people say, like, "Well, I'm like, happy birthday," you know, like
I'm glad you
don't
feel
know how to
me, though.
respond
Yeah.
to that. But you need to learn because you're doing a phenomenal job, and I think you need to acknowledge that you know, Neil Armstrong's words, you're taking a giant leap for womankind. And I really think you need to recognize that. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the really so many WhatsApps. I'm going to try and get to as many as possible, right? Okay, so Susan Woodley from PMB says, good evening, Neelofar and DJ Sue. Thank you for entertaining us with your awesome music on LotusFM. It brightens up our evenings. I look forward to your show. God bless you. And lots of love from Susan Woodley from PMB.
Thank you so much, Susan Woodley, and I'm glad I could spice things up for you.
Mike, we do have a WhatsApp that's come through, and this is, I know, regular on the show. Let's have a listen.
Thank you, Neelofar Sayed, for the awesome show. Always really enjoy your show. Hi, DJ Sue. Thanks a million for the awesome show. This comes from Eric, the trucker, drive on safe.
Eric the trucker. We know he has to send his voice notes, right? So thank you so much for that, Eric. Okay, there's another one that says, good evening, Neelofar and the amazing, brilliant, vibrant DJ Sue. I simply love the Dance Lab, and we are so proud and privileged to have DJ Sue bringing the nightclub vibes right in the comfort of our own homes. You rock as always, DJ Sue. Still can't believe you're an educator, though.
Lots of people cannot.
Yeah, too formal for a DJ. Take care and God bless. Love you guys. Renee Pillay, Arena Park Drive. Well, like I said, you're your own premix, honestly. And lots of people asking, at which school do you teach? But I think we're going to keep that a secret.
Yes, we're going to keep that a secret.
I think for your safety and sanity.
Yes.
All right, a very warm and special hi to your dearest Neelofar and my darling DJ Sue, my very favorite Lotus FM presenters. Such a pleasure listening to your beautiful voices. Please keep up your great show and awesome music. Take care and stay safe, and wishing you all the very best and safe trip back home. Good night. This is love from Roshni in PMB. Hi Neelofar, our very own DJ Sue. Wow, excited and interesting. Really loving her music. She rocks the decks and a go-getter. She touches my hearts, many hearts. I'm truly impressed with you, Sue. You go, girl. You've done us super proud. My darling Neelofar, thank you for your amazing shows. Really appreciate you. Well, God bless you. Lots of love from Ranjani Reddy.
Thank you so much, Ranjani Reddy.
You know, like you said, the Lotus Landers, they become Lotus family. As they write their messages, we know exactly who's sending the message through. Hi, Neelofar and DJ Sue. You're absolutely amazing and have so much talent. I love your show on the Dance Lab. It's awesome to every Saturday night. Lots of love from Anita Chetty in Alberton.
Thank you, Anita Shetty. She also messages, my show is not complete without these messages, you know.
Hi, doll. It's so nice to hear my favorite DJ Sue on air. Love you lots. Love Arena Reddy of Tongat. You're her favorite. And we know that, right? So there's another message that says, good evening to our awesome presenter and our guest DJ Sue. Your show rocks. We're so proud of you and we salute you. May God bless you and may you grow from strength to strength. DJ Sue, you're an amazing human being. Take care. Stay safe. I'll make you guess who's that from.
Yanopale. Thank you so much.
We know the Lotus family because they're really there, always, urging you on to just do better.
Yes, that's true.
Hi there, Neelofar. I listen to DJ Sue every Saturday. Love her and her rocking music she plays. Love you, DJ Sue. Bina Ranganathan from Ladysmith.
Ladysmith always in the house.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Neelofar. Love you guys. Love your guest, DJ Sue. Her show rocks. This is from Lavina Gokul. I just want you guys to know you're doing a splendid job. Sue with her dung. And DJing, and Neelofar with your talk shows. Very interesting. Keep it up. This is from Suenehra Seegobin. The next one says, you rock girl. Keep it up, Sue. This is from Roshni in Verulam. Hi, Sue is tops from Geeta and Georgie. Hi, DJ Sue, a real woman standing up for us all. Thanks, Mrs. Governor. Sushi Governor saying, wow, enjoying the lovely music. Salvi says, good evening to the beautiful young ladies. Well, DJ Sue, you are just something. Love your voice and your shows. It's great listening to your show. Keep keeping us on our toes. Lots of love from Salvi in PMB. Louis obviously begging us to call him there. We did call him. Neelofar, great show as always. You girls rock. Well done to the both of you girls. Thanks for bringing us something so different and really enjoyed the music. Well done to you, DJ Sue. That's from Mr. Sayed. DJ Sue, you rock. I love your music. Regards, Camden Rylands, Cape Town. We have a message here from Anila Narayan. They say, thank you, DJ Sue. It's fantastic. Okay, there we go. Lots of messages coming in. Hi to you beautiful ladies. Great mix, DJ Sue. Thank you for the awesome beats this evening. Take care and be safe. Lots of love from RP. And the reason why I'm trying to get to as much as possible, because I'll be held responsible if I don't get your love messages to you, right?
Aww.
So I have to do that. Hi, Neelofar and DJ Sue. You're awesome, DJ Sue. Young, beautiful, and so much talent. This is from Sandy. Patsy says, wow, bumping DJ Sue. Good evening. Love DJ Sue's programs. Always looking forward to her every Saturday. This is from Nirvana. And now the message says tonight, hi sweetie, love you doll. Play rather on the dance floor. Comes from Nazia from Verulam. Of course, everybody trying to, put out their favorite songs. And you know what I love is that the mix that you gave us was a mix of the old, mix of the new, kind of, and just like amping it up.
That's what it's got to be. I mean, those of you guys that listen to my show as well would know it's always a little bit of everything. So there's something for everyone to look forward to on the show.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think like if you listen in, generally when a DJ sits in, then the kind of older generation sits back and look, there's nothing for us.
Yes.
I can't listen in. It's not my type of music. They're going to be blasting it and I don't want to hear. But, the people that are messaging love your music, young, old, male, female, and just kind of saying that, listen, I love it.
Well, that's how it's got to be. I find that, there's got to be a balance. Everyone needs to have fun. It can't just be specifically for a specific lot of people, Everyone needs to enjoy in the same space, which is why it's nice to break it up the way I did. And I love doing so. Mostly my favorites as well. And it's all about everyone else having a good time.
So we know that particularly during the COVID-19 time, artists were hit very hard.
Very, very hard.
Right.
Lots of gigs were cancelled and things. So
we know that we're going to the festive season, having to have either a quiet Christmas or quiet New Year due to home isolation, etc. So is there anything that you would like to kind of say to your fellow artists and people that need to support you people, because you're going through a very difficult time right now?
Yeah, it is. The thing is, as much as it is hard for everyone, it is much safer to rather just be at home, not take on a gig, or even cancel a gig for yourself, because at the end of the day, it's your safety that's at risk. And also, lots of people may think, okay, I'm young, even if I do get the virus, I'm going to survive. That's not the point. You might be strong enough, but you may be passing it on to someone else that would not be as strong as you are to fight the virus. So I think that's the most important thing. Money, yes, everyone needs it. Gigs, fame, all of that comes later, but the most important thing is life at this point.
You know what? I've just had an absolutely fabulous time on the show tonight. I'm going to read the last message. Hi, Neelofar and DJ Sue. I love the shows you present with awesome music. Love you guys. This is from Mala Sukinen in Glencoe. But we've got 2 minutes left, right? And just go. You have to play music. And the reason I say this, Sue, is because people are loving it. So you can sign off tonight. It's just been absolutely amazing having you in studio. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me. And thanks to all the listeners for all the love. I really appreciate it.
All right. So Sue's going to run over and we're going to steal some time from Suresh. And he's really not going to mind at all because he's going to love DJ Sue. Playing out tonight on Walk the Talk. You're going to enjoy this one. Keep it locked on to LotusFM.
You're in the mix with DJ Sue.
SABC News. Independent.